Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted this morning to have Boris from HUBBY eSIM. He's part of the eSIM revolution that's taking over the world of mobile phones, and particularly for people that travel. So good morning, Boris.
Morning, Graham. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Boris, HUBBY eSIM is your company. I think I mentioned to you just before we started recording that I discovered the joys of eSIM probably about 4 or 5 months ago on a trip to the States, and I'm hooked. I use it all the time now when I'm going overseas. Is that the sort of reaction you get from most people?
Yeah, 100%. The reaction we get from most people is that it's totally brilliant and that they didn't know that it existed. The truth is, Graham, that people, when they travel, they need to stay connected with mobile data at all times. The times where just Wi-Fi was enough, they're gone. So people need to stay connected the entire time. But the problem is that the current solutions for travelers just don't cut it. People don't want to stay in line at the airport getting a physical SIM, and roaming charges are ridiculously expensive, which doesn't really leave for many other options. Now, eSIM technology has come on, and it makes it so easy for travelers to just buy a small bundle of internet when it's a 1 gigabyte, 5 gigabytes, 10 gigabyte, depending on how much they want to use, install it on their phone in 3 minutes before they leave, and then they're connected upon arrival. And that makes it super convenient compared to the physical SIM and super affordable compared to roaming charges. And this really solves a huge problem. And that's why the overwhelmingly positive response is something that we get as well. Exactly.
It's a little bit of a no-brainer, really, if you're going to be overseas for more than a couple of days, I would have thought. But using it as an add-on to a trip, do you think it should be almost an essential element when you're selling a holiday? You sell an eSIM alongside it, like you might sell insurance or a transfer or an attraction ticket. You sell an eSIM alongside.
Yeah, so it's really interesting what you say there. It's an add-on or selling it. We really see it as, for the travel trade, that they have two options. On the one hand, they can sell it as ancillaries, as you mentioned, and on the other hand, they can include it in the package. Well, the truth is that everybody that travels abroad needs internet. It's not the same as, let's say, rental cars or transfers or insurance, where other people have found solutions elsewhere. We see that really everybody needs it. And that makes it a brilliant opportunity for the travel trade to do something with it. So they can sell it as ancillaries. Maybe that's in the funnel where you just say, oh, yes, I want 1 gigabyte, I want 5 gigabytes for the specific destination, or they can include it in the package, which is something that we really, really try to hammer on. And that's also what we did with On the Beach, for example, where they give it away for free. We see that if you give it away for free and you give it to your customers, really see that the customer experience, the traveler experience gets significantly improved. We give amazing insights into the customers, how much data they use, where they use it, how they use it. And it also allows the traveler to be a bit more connected to their tour operator, agency, airline, whatever. So basically, that's the two ways that you can do it as a travel operator. Sell it as an ancillary and generate significant revenue, ancillary revenue, or include it in the package, improve your relationship with your customer, and do it a bit more in the medium to long term, where you will get that customer loyalty and turn it into long-term profitability for your company.
And talking of long term, if I am able to get a HUBBY eSIM, does that mean that I can top it up if I go on another holiday? Can I use it in any country? What's the story there?
Yeah, so we currently have over 180 countries and regions. So we basically have coverage almost all around the world. And then we've built our app to make it as simple as possible and as straightforward as possible for travelers to top up more data, to install the eSIM. The thing is, we've always focused on the travel trade and specifically agents and tour operators, which means that the application that we do have at the moment is built for simplicity because it's built for travelers that travel with tour operators and travel agents. So our main screen, once you open the app, just has the different bundles, and you can press add, and you can add 1 GB or 3 GB or 5 GB or 10 GB or however much data you think you need. Add it to your account, and then you have that allowance. Now we have the allowance available to the travelers for 365 days, and whenever there is a top up, you renew that 365 days. So let's say you're going to the US in a couple of weeks, or you're going to the Dominican Republic, whatever. You go to the US several times a year, you buy one eSIM from us, you say, okay, let's do 10 gigabytes, because of course, the more volume you buy, the more affordable it is per gigabyte, let's say, or megabyte. Yeah. And you only use half of your bundle. If you go again in a couple of months, you can use it again and again. And that's something that we kind of do pretty different from all the other eSIM companies that focus on like 7-day validity or 30-day validity. We say now we want to do it for 1 year, and that allows frequent travelers to really benefit from that.
Good. It all sounds very interesting. All sounds very good. If people want to find out more, I presume they just go to your website.
Yeah, they just go to our website. There's a contact form as well if you want to reach out. We have these really cool promotional activities for people who want to do a pilot. Because the truth is, with the tour operators and the agents, the best thing that the travel operator that is interested in eSIM for their travelers can do is getting the product in the hands of their customers as quickly as possible. You just send some vouchers for an eSIM, get your travelers to use it, understand how your travelers use it. Every traveler is different, every tour operator is different, every trip is different, and every destination has different needs. So you have to really understand, okay, how much will these travelers use? How much data will they use? How much do they need it? Because you can already imagine a trip to Barbados on the beach doesn't require as much data as a 2-week road trip through California. So if you sell both, you have to really understand, okay, where's the potential? And that's something that we like to focus on at HUBBY, is going from a really tailored tour operator, agent, whatever you are, take a tailored approach and look at your travelers, and you go data driven and understand, okay, where is the opportunity here to get the return on investment required to make it worth it. And that's what we're doing with On the Beach as well. There's a lot of data analysis going on in the back to understand, okay, what is the best way to go forward here.
Good. Well, thank you very much for your time. I wish you the very best of luck in your plans for world domination of the eSIM market. And I'll hopefully speak to you again in the not too distant future.
Thanks so much, Graham. Absolutely.
Cheers.